enough is knowing you are good enough for them, whether they acknowledge it or not. You are good enough to own who you are and present yourself to the world like you need no.
I don't wanna dress up for you and be a toy. I'm not that girl. No, I'm not that girl. Put your feelings aside. Give that wild shot a try. I'm not that girl.
Today's video is about feeling never enough, and for anyone who needs to hear it, you are more than enough. Now let me warn you, before you take off thinking this is gonna get all warm and fuzzy, I'm candid, unfiltered, and you don't want to be playing me on loudspeaker.
And the truth shall set you free.
My videos are my perceptions and viewpoints. I respect you enough to form your own. If you want videos that shoot it straight down the line and will encourage your self-confidence to explode, then hit the subscribe button and the bell right now so you don't miss my next one. And I know to keep making videos on relatable real life topics. Drop me a comment, let me know how you banish those self-doubt demons or a topic you'd like me to cover. New upload every Tuesday. Be sure to keep watching for a sneak peek of what's coming next and some bonus outtakes. Now hang on tight and let's spin this not feeling good enough crap on its head. Most people I know have experienced feelings of inferiority. We are born pure, so when and how does this feeling of not being enough develop in us? Washing away our self-worth, inadequacy becoming the driving force of our disbelief in oneself. I spent most of my life believing myself to never stack up. I never felt enough. Feelings of inadequacy can be crippling. These feelings can creep into the pores of our skin, controlling every decision, every situation. The power of our subconscious, where these beliefs reside, overrides so much. Our inner voice can be one nasty son of a bitch who seldom has anything good to say, unless we rein it in and put in the work necessary to change our inner critic's opinion of us. The torturous cycle shall continue. Deep-seated issues are often to blame for these feelings of unworthiness. Sometimes we're so used to sarcastic remarks, subtle put-downs, that it becomes a knee-jerk reaction to assume, believe we are less. We begin to bury who we truly are, how we truly feel, for fear of belittlement and criticism, until we reach a point of not having a fucking clue anymore who we truly are. We have this mind-boggling misconception that we need others' approval, so we unconsciously mold into who we believe will please and appease, whilst inwardly our true self is suffocating and screaming to be heard. We think if we play down our personality and looks, or perhaps play up our personality and looks, that we will be more accepted. If others don't like us, we automatically assume that the problem lies within us. It seldom crosses our mind that the problem may lie within the other person. Perhaps who we are somehow irritates something they feel they are not. Rarely do we consider that every single person on this earth may be battling their own inferiorities, their own insecurities, and their own fight with the self-worth demons. We automatically assume that we are bad or shitty people, unlikable, unlovable, not good enough, smart enough, attractive enough. We constantly look to others to tell us how or who we should be, what will make us lovable, acceptable. Our own needs and desires become compromised as we become someone else's version of who we should be. It took so much suffering and soul searching to peel away the layers I'd somehow allowed to bury me, to find the courage to rid myself of the negative thoughts that consumed me, to rid myself of the mask, the false self I felt obligated to present to the world. Even then, it took so long to fully show myself all that I am, all that makes me, me. I feared speaking up, as often when I did, I was cut down and told it's not always about you. I became so bewildered, I felt selfish and ashamed. I began to question if I was a self-consumed person who must require nothing for others to be able to tolerate me. I genuinely felt I never got anything right. And for the most part, I never did, because I would always second guess myself, plummet, fall, and fail. People ridiculously assumed by my outer appearance I loved myself sick, Fact is, I loathed myself sick. And when every move you make is always scrutinized, criticized by someone, from your body to your vocabulary to the way you carry yourself, you die a little from the inside out. If you stay fit and care about your outer appearance, you are vain and self-involved. You feel like you have to play down who you are because of how others perceive you. Surrender control of the only thing you felt any semblance of control over. Fact is, I loathed my reflection and almost killed myself in a quest to be everything I thought I never was. If I tried to better myself academically, I was belittled and cut down there too, given backhanded compliments and compared poorly to others. Yet to outsiders looking in, I was assumed confident, whilst I was slowly dying on the inside. We strive for perfection, typically the ideals of perfection we build up in our head. The ideals we believe it will take for others to notice us, tell us we did good. And when we fall short of the mark, our self-worth plummets and all the shittiness we believed about ourselves resurfaces. We sincerely believe we don't deserve love, success, or happiness. To expect or desire these things for ourselves derives from greed. We feel to love ourselves is to be full of ourselves. Yet we are often told in order for others to love us, we must first love ourselves. So this then sends us even further down the no self-worth rabbit hole. Sometimes we need to be loved for all and everything we are and all and everything we are not, to be able to find that love for ourselves. We are damned if we do, damned if we don't. It's hard with the pressures to measure up. We unconsciously compare ourselves to others, often detrimentally, believing we fall short of the mark. Then, if heaven forbid we do start to rise, we will soon be cut down. Others, more frequently than not, cannot tolerate someone they know doing good. Your circle will typically be more accommodating to you playing it small than they ever will to you flourishing. Tall poppy syndrome. As soon as you start to grow, some bastard will try to cut you down. There comes a time we need to find our inner strong. Bad things are often easier to believe. Instead of focusing on any good, we tend to focus on one negative. Why do we fail to absorb any good others tell us, yet allow ourselves to become consumed by that one twat waffle trying to bring us down? Their attacks and petty actions towards us demean who they are, not who we are. We can often devalue who we are in our minds by comparisons we make of ourselves, without stopping to think that the very same people that we are measuring ourselves up against are probably measuring themselves against others too. We must stop believing that to be likable, we must meet all these expectations we've often conjured up in our own mind. We are not being true to ourselves, to who we are, and to others. Every person in the world can love us, but we will know it is not us they love, but the character we are playing. It's better to be disliked for being real than to be loved for being fake. It can sometimes take years and years of self-discovery to undo the thoughts we've consciously and unconsciously allowed to consume us, inhibit us from unconditional self-love. We need to break free from the beliefs that what others perceive or think of us determines our worth. The only thing that truly matters is what we think of ourselves. Because when it's all said and done, it's our own thoughts and beliefs we are alone with. And like waves crashing on the shore, so too are the emotions we've let consume us in our disbelief for who we are. If we can go to bed at night knowing we are giving our best, doing our best. We chase these goals, these ideals, thinking if we just accomplish this or that, we will believe in ourselves more, others will like us more, respect us more. We are continually chasing something new in this quest to meet the ideals of our delusions, or of those living their own lives, not giving a rat's ass of what we do or who we are. We need to stop this madness of rating ourselves by how we look, what we have or haven't achieved. Those who matter will remember your heart, your good, not by how many medals or certifications you had hanging on your wall, not by your social media following or designer bags in your closet, the car in your driveway. Choose to see your inherent worth, live strong and proud in your truths. The genuine will adore you for it, the ingenuine don't bloody matter. We will miss out on so much we actually want for ourselves, trying to please and impress. By presenting ourselves in a light we believe others want to see. We will never be steering our life if we let feelings of inadequacy take the wheel. Our failure to see ourselves for the value we bring can drive our whole bloody lives if we let it. And whilst we give in to the external or internal pressures of who we think we should be, we are definitely giving up control of where we are going. Life today comes with completely different pressures from 20 years ago. Back then, we had very few to try to impress or live up to. Now, perfections and society's ideals are shoved down our throats 24/7. And no matter how old you are, it can completely mess with your confidence, your self-worth. Everything we see can be a trigger that sets us back on that path of feeling inadequate, not enough. And thus, we beat ourselves up. We need to understand that so long as we are good people, so long as we are true to who we say we are, who we truly are, none of us are better, none of us are lesser. We all came into this world with nothing. We will all leave this world with nothing. Better is simply a perception, a state of mind that comes from our insecurities, others' delusions, or expectations. It does not make it fact. Better does not come from material possessions or academics. It does not come from the way we look. Being better is about having the courage to go up against ourselves every damn day. The courage to learn, to flourish, to grow, to become the best version of ourselves we can organically be. We all want to be good enough, but good enough for who? We are seeking validation for standards that often only exist in our mind. Good enough is embracing all life has to offer, taking it by the balls, dancing in the rain, appreciating being alive and free. Good enough is knowing you are good enough for them, whether they acknowledge it or not. And that, my friends, should be enough to know that you are good enough to own who you are and present yourself to the world like you need no fucking introduction. I'm Sharon Leanna. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Drop me a comment so I know you're here, and be sure to hit the like button for me too. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss my next one. What does rejection mean?